Hi everyone, it's Sunday the 25th of January 2026 and we are at the Willows Touring Park in Nantwich. So, why are we in the caravan in January and why are we at Nantwich? I'll reveal it all, as YouTube does, shortly. But I want to start off by saying two apologies. I've had several viewers saying, why haven't you posted videos for ages? I want to say several viewers, it's probably two. I think one of them was my mum, and she knows. So, the reason being, we've got all the kids back at home at the moment, and it's a bit manic. It is. Morning. So we have been to York. I will post that at some point, but I've lost my little office, so I'm just like working off a little laptop screen at the moment, and there's a lot going on. So that's the reason why. And the second apology is that I said that we were going to do a roundup of all of the campsites we visited 2025. We haven't done that. There's just been, the lead up to Christmas has been manic, it really has. So at the moment we've got pretty much all the kids back at home, which is great, it's great. They're sort of in between jobs and stuff. They've also got the boyfriends, the girlfriends, their friends over. So at times it feels like we're running a HMO, a house of multiple occupancy. Sometimes I think, should I do like a fire alarm test on a Tuesday? We've got that many people. There's a few times, bless her, Franny, she's been cooking for 9 people, and that's just, generally, it's about 6 or 7 every single night. Washing is constant. And again, I know it's only temporary, and I know they don't want to be there, and it is lovely to have them, but it has been proper full on. And we're having the kitchen done as well, so I'll post some pictures. Hopefully by the time I get my arse into gear and finish this, I'll post some pictures of it. So that's why I'm really sorry. Hopefully this year we'll try and be a bit better. So before I review this campsite, I just want to, there's a few shout outs to some new subscribers stroke viewers. I don't know whether this is well, one definitely has. So I want to give a shout out to Helen Dean, our new subscriber, my sister-in-law. And why I know she's a new subscriber, we went down to Birmingham with her, where she lives, a few weeks ago, when it was so snowy, it was mental. Anyway, and then I said, as we were out in the evening, I said, oh yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. And I was hoping that she'd be quite excited about that, but she just went, oh right, yeah, good. And then I said, no, I got a proper logo and everything. So I took her phone and subscribed her to my channel. So, why are we here? We came here on Friday and we're with the Robbos. Let me show you the site. It's quite a small site. They've got an interesting pricing structure here. So they've got a little CL site, which we're not on, but on the main site here, I'd say there's about 20 or 30 pitches, hard standing. The pricing structure is you buy your pitch, and then if you want electric, you add a little bit onto that. If you want to use the shower block, which you've never known before, you add a little bit onto that. It's not much. So I think ours comes to, I think it was £27 per night. So yes, it's really low season. So it is a little bit spendy, but actually it's a really nice site, and the beauty is it's really close to Nantwich. So we walked in there yesterday, which brings us to why we're here. And why we're here in January. So Stuart Louise, they booked us a gin tasting session, the 4 of us, in Nantwich. and we'll put some pictures. Fran took some pictures. We'll put some pictures on of that, and that was brilliant at the Nest. Lovely guy that was serving us. Started off with greeted us with a cocktail, and then we had 6 gins lined up, and it told you what fruit to put in the gins, what tonic to have with the gins. It was all supplied, and it was really, really nice. We had a table for about 3 hours, and it was a really, really nice way to pass the time. One in. Really nice way to pass the time. So that's why we're in Nantwich. Why we're in the caravan is originally we were like going to book a hotel, so we were looking, and there's no hotels in. I don't know how many hotels are in Nantwich, but there was absolutely no availability. And it only dawned on us as we were driving through Nantwich to get here. There's a battle enactment on this weekend. The Roundheads versus the Cavaliers, and that's why everywhere was booked up. So there was loads going on in the little town yesterday. So we've taken. Fran did I think a video of some Morris dancers as we approached the town, and the marching. So the Morris dancers, they were good. I did say to Fran, there's no diversity. There was no backflips there, but they were enjoyable. They weren't offensive at all. And actually, their outfit, whatever they call it, it was quite nice and modern for Morris dancers. Not that I've seen that many, but it was nice.
This is called the Thistle, apparently. It's taken me all my might not to join in.
And then we videoed the parades coming through. There's loads, got a few hundred. And then unfortunately the battle, I don't know who won. The battle was at 2 o'clock, unfortunately, when we were doing our gin tasting. So here we are. Here's little Bailey Bob's just there. There's the Robos with their new electric car, just there. We're packing up to go home very shortly. So yeah, we had the gin tasting, and then we went for a meal at the Cheshire Cat, which was lovely. And then we bought 4 bottles of gin from the Nest. So with the ones that we tried, so that was really nice. So we'll have them at some point. Right. So oh yeah, let me just tell you about the showers here. So they've got five showers, and each room has a toilet, a sink, and a shower, which is nice. And then they've got these. You see them, the little heart-shaped hearts, like just so you can see which ones are available. You take them and you go to your shower, and that all works really well if people know to do that. So we came yesterday. We thought, right, we can see from our caravan all of the cards are there, all the little hearts. Went over there, everyone full. They're like, oh my god. So obviously people don't know about that. But that's just by the by. And also they could do with the showers weren't that warm. The radiators weren't that warm on them. But it's it's a really, really nice site. There we go, let's go that way. The beauty is it's so close to Nantwich. It's only, I'd say, probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles in. So we'll definitely come back here again because Nantwich is lovely. There's nothing not to like. Next time we'll come when it's a little bit warmer. But actually, as you can see, it's a lovely, glorious, sunny day. We have been quite lucky, I think, with the weather where we live. Bless them, those in Scotland are really having it tough. But no, it's a lovely sunny day. It was a lovely, lovely day. Yesterday, I went out in my jumper and a coat, and it was way too hot. Just before I finish, one more shout out to Ange. Ange is now fully retired from Barclays, which is lovely, and she sets off on her travels to Asia, and I think she's going to Hong Kong as well today. So good luck, have a safe trip, enjoy it, and yeah, just have a great time. So that's it from here in Nantwich. We got quite a few places booked over the next few months, so I do need to start uploading these. So next time we're away is the end of Feb, and we're going for, I think, 4 nights to Ludlow, and we're on one of those Morris campsites, which is really quite posh actually. And the reason why we got that is that we don't usually go for Morris ones because they are sort of pushing £40 a night, sometimes over, but we got I think a free night with them, and it was quite cheap as well in February. So we're going there at the end of Feb. Then in March we're going, I think we're staying up at Carlisle just for a long weekend because one of our friends is 50th at I hope it's not a surprise, at a hotel up there. Having said that, it probably doesn't even know about Vision Channel, but their hotel also has a campsite. So Fran, thankfully, she didn't say, "Oh, should we stay in the hotel?" She was like, "Let's go a few days early and go in the caravan." I'm like, yes, that's why I married her. So we're going there, and then I think in April we go away to Peterborough. So we're on a caravan and motorhome club site, and we go there for I think a week. So we're going to take the bikes. We're apparently some good cycle routes around there, and that's meant to be a really nice location. Not been over that way, and that's all that we got booked up at the moment. We're then looking at a festival over in Essex Way in end of June. We booked the fireworks festival as well. I did that one. It was pissed on Friday night. And that came through, completely forgot all about it. So we'll go there with the Rabos again. You know, it's been so good having spending some time with the Rabos. It's just what we needed. Just what we needed. Get away from the madness of the house, and just before the kitchen starts tomorrow. So we're going to be living out the conservatory makeshift kitchen for a while. So that's us. That's us from sunny Nantwich. Thank you very much. So next time we'll see you, it will be in Ludlow. So for now, adios.